Alright, what's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. I got a couple videos I'm gonna try to push out for you guys. I know I'm a little late right now. It's 9 o'clock my time, Saturday night, and I'm a little late with the Sunday predictions, but I'm gonna get them out tonight. I'm gonna do this video real quick, get you guys some videos out tonight for the games tomorrow. Hopefully you guys see this before the game start, but in future reference, I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it like Wednesday, by Wednesday, I should say, because I want to include the Thursday night game. So just bear with me. I'm still relatively new to this YouTube stuff. So let's go ahead and get it popping. I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. The first game I have I'm gonna be talking about is the Bucks versus Falcons. I had the Bucks easily winning this one. The spread right now is the Bucks favored by 10.5 on the road. Honestly, they'll probably win by like 20 plus points. I'll take the Bucks and take the points. Alright, next game, moving on. We got Cardinals and the Bears. I believe Kyler Murray is a game-time decision, and I believe DeAndre Hopkins is also a game-time decision. If they don't play, if both of them don't play, I still like the Cardinals, but it'll be more so of a low-scoring game. They're favored by a touchdown right now. I would personally leave that spread alone if Kyler or D-Hop doesn't play. Mainly Kyler, though. If Kyler doesn't play, I would kind of leave that spread alone. But regardless, I have the Cardinals winning this game. Their defense is pretty damn good, and they should be able to lock up the Bears, honestly. So let's go on with the next game. We got the Chargers at the Bengals. The Bengals are favored by 3 points. The Chargers have been a crazy team this year, man. It's like they have shown flashes of being a top AFC contender, and then other times they have shown flashes of just being an average team. So from any given Sunday, it's kind of hard to predict what Chargers team we're going to get. Bengals being favored at home by 3 points, that makes sense. For betting purposes, if you guys didn't know, the home team, regardless of if they're the underdog or not, you automatically get 3 points in your favor. So technically, they see this as an even game, which I also see as well. The Bengals are up and down as well too. Like they're 7-4, which is a pretty good record, but I mean, sometimes they're like when they played the Ravens, they blew the Ravens out. That was very surprising. And then they sometimes come out against a team where you feel like they should easily win and they struggle or either lose. So that game, I'm gonna lean towards the upset there. It's not really an upset if the Chargers win, but based off the spread, I'm gonna take the Chargers winning on the road. I just trust the offense of Herbert, Eckler, and Keenan Allen and Mike Williams more than the Bengals. Bengals are kind of hit and miss sometimes, and the Bengals defense is not that great either. So I'm slightly leaning towards the Chargers. I'm not very confident with that pick at all, but I'm going with the Chargers. Next game up, we got the 5-6 Vikings at the 0-10-1 Detroit Lions. The Vikings are favored by 7 points, which makes sense. The Lions are the worst team in football right now. Although they are 0-10-1, and for the most part they deserve that record, I will say they're better than a winless team, if that makes sense. Like they had some games where they really when they played the Ravens, Justin Tucker made an NFL record setting kick. It was 66 yards, bro. If he didn't make that, which 99% of the kickers in the league is not making that kick, they'll usually have at least one win in the belt. They played the Rams pretty tough until later in the game when it kind of went away. But overall, the Lions are not bad, man. They had a chance to beat the Bears on Thanksgiving, but bad management, honestly, by the coaching staff with the timeouts and just it was a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie. But for the game purposes, I'm taking the Vikings, bro. The Vikings are another team that's hit or miss. Like they played good against the Packers. They won, I believe, 34-31. Although that is a division opponent, that's still a great team to beat. But then they'll lose to the Cowboys with Cooper Rush starting at quarterback. Yes, the Cowboys still had, they had Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. I don't think Gallup was back yet, so they still had Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. But you can't lose at home to Cooper Rush. Like you just can't. So they're a perfect example of why they're 5-6. Like they're a hit or miss team. But On the road against the Lions. I believe that's a divisional game. I still like the Vikings by that spread. I'll take the Vikings by a touchdown. All right, moving on. Giants versus the Dolphins. I believe Daniel Jones is not playing, so Mike Glennon is set to start. The Dolphins actually not as bad as their records say. They're 5-7 right now, but Jacoby Brissett was starting for some of those games. Now that Tua's back, I think Brian Flores is a great coach, and he has been putting things together. They did pretty well against the Panthers team last week, and the Panthers overall is not great, but their defense is young and they have some studs on their defense, and they put up some points. So I like the Dolphins at home. They're favored by 6.5 points, pretty much a touchdown. I like that spread, honestly, at home. The Giants starting Mike Glennon. I can't trust the Giants even when they're starting Daniel Jones. So Mike Glennon, that's a no-no. You never bet with Mike Glennon. You never pick the Giants or any team to win when Mike Glennon is the starting quarterback. That's plain and simple. So moving on to the next game, we got the Eagles versus the Jets. Alright, so the Jets are 3-8, and the Eagles are 5-7. The Eagles are on the road. They're favored by 5 points right now. I'm actually surprised that the spread didn't go down, because by the time that I'm recording this video, the news is already broken out that Jalen Hurts won't be starting tomorrow. Gardner Minshew will be starting, and Gardner Minshew, yes, he has had his flashes when he was with the Jaguars, but overall he's a mediocre quarterback at best. Let's be honest. And the Jets, they're a weird team. Like they're still bad. Don't get me wrong, but it's like they'll beat the Titans, and I think they beat somebody else that was pretty decent. But Zach Wilson, man, he has struggled at times, and overall just have not looked, like a number 2 pick in the draft. But this is a tough game to pick, man, because do I trust the Eagles offense with Gardner Minshew, or do I trust the Jets with Zach Wilson, who, they're both not that great. Eagles by 5. I'll probably lean towards the Eagles by 5, mainly because of the defense. I expect the Eagles defense to limit the Jets from scoring a lot of points, and maybe the defense can set up the Eagles offense in a great field position. I'm still, like I said, I'm not really feeling that pick, because the Eagles only put up 7 points last week against the Giants. I understand that's a divisional opponent, divisional rival. I understand that, but it's the Giants, and Jalen Hurts was playing, so you can understand why I'm not feeling that pick. But if I had to make a choice, I'll take the Eagles by 5. Next up, we got my Colts. We're playing at the Texans. Non-biased pick. I'm not going to be biased with you guys when I talk about my Colts. Let me rephrase that. I won't be biased when I'm picking the predictions of the game. When I defend my players now, if it's some foolishness that I heard, then I might be a little biased, because yes, I'm gonna ride or die for my Colts. But for the game predictions, I'm gonna try to keep it as honest as I can. We favored by 10 on the road against the Texans. We played the Texans earlier in the year when they had Davis Mills starting. That's when Tyrod Taylor was hurt. But and we handled business, of course. I expect the same thing to handle business. I will say, Tyrod Taylor poses a bigger threat than Davis Mills. So the 10-point spread, obviously, I see why it's that high, but at the same time, it's not a for sure lock. Like, I could easily see us blowing them out, of course, but then I could also see them, competing and keeping it relatively within that spread. But if I had to choose, you don't bet against it. You don't bet with the Texans. You just don't. If you make smart decisions in your life, and if you want to be successful, do not bet with the Texans. Not when they don't have Deshaun Watson on the field. So by default, I would gladly take my Colts by 10. And like I said, it's not a super lock, but it could easily happen at the same time. Moving on, we got the Washington football team against the Las Vegas Raiders. Washington is an up and down team, man. They lost Chase Young for the year a couple weeks ago. But overall, they still, they show flashes at times. They played on Monday night last week against the Seahawks, and even though the Seahawks have been pretty bad this year, Washington, they had a pretty good performance, stopping, for the most part, stopping Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf in that Seahawks offense. But they're on the road against the Raiders, and the Raiders are another team that is like, it's hit or miss, man. They both of the teams that's playing, Washington and Las Vegas Raiders, they both are still in the hunt respectively in their conferences. So this is going to be an interesting game. The Raiders are only favored by 1.5. So really, like I said, the home team is technically always given 3 points. So really, the odds maker kind of like Washington by 1. But going with the actual spread of Las Vegas by 1.5, I don't know, man. I'll probably go with Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to go with the home team on this. Maybe if it was at Washington, I might side with Washington. But Las Vegas Raiders, they have the talent to win this game. Obviously, on Thanksgiving night, they went into Dallas and beat a pretty good Dallas team. So I'm going to take the Raiders. Moving on to the next game, you got Jaguars at the Rams. Rams, like, come on now. The Rams should easily win this. They're favored by 12.5. I expect them to cover that. Although the Rams actually have been, like, not on a down slope. I don't want to say that because they're still 7-4. But maybe not as great as everybody thought they would be after those acquisitions of Odell Beckham and Von Miller. But with new additions and new big time players like that, it takes adjusting and it's going to take time. By the playoffs, they'll be ready to make a Super Bowl run, so I'm not really worried about that. But just for this game purpose, Jaguars suck. I love my boy Trevor Lawrence, even though he's on my division rival. I love Trevor Lawrence, bro. I was watching him a lot at Clemson. I've been rooting for him, but at the same time, it's like, it's the Jaguars franchise, man. They're not good, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams by 12.5 at home, pretty easily, I should say. All right, going on to the next game, we got Ravens at the Steelers. This is a tricky game because the Steelers and the Ravens, big time divisional rivals. They played each other pretty well, I would say. Big news with the Steelers was TJ Watt getting activated off the COVID list, so he's going to be playing. I'm pretty sure he'll play a full amount too. It's not limited. So they got the Ravens favored by 4.5 on the road. I expect the Ravens to win the game, but when it comes to the spread, it's actually very interesting because I want to slightly lean with the Steelers covering plus 4.5. Only due to the fact that they're at home. It's getting into those months. It's December, so in Pittsburgh it gets cold. Not obviously Baltimore deals with that too, but it's getting cold. Pittsburgh is getting close to the playoffs. The Steelers are technically in the playoff hunt. All those factors really wants me to like lean with Pittsburgh by the spread, but Pittsburgh, man, they have games where they just look horrible. But then they have games where it's like, okay, they're still a good team. And I think they're still a good team. And Mike Tomlin's a hell of a coach. So, that's tough, man. That's tough because I think the Ravens going to win. I just don't know by how much. I don't know if they're going to beat them by double digits. So, it comes to the point where do I think they're going to beat them anywhere from pretty much 5 to 9, around that range? It could definitely happen. But I'm not gonna go with the typical answer. I'm gonna actually take the Steelers plus 4.5, and maybe if you could buy some points, buy them up to like plus 7. I know. Don't get me wrong. I know they looked horrible against the Bengals, but like I said, man, that's the Steelers for you. Like they could literally go out against the Ravens and shut them down and look like a AFC contender. But then they could also go out against the Ravens tomorrow and just look just like how they did against the Bengals. But I'm definitely not confident in that pick, but if I had to choose, I'll slightly lean towards the Steelers plus 4.5, only because they're pretty much at home and TJ Watt is playing. Alright, moving on. We got the 49ers at the Seahawks. Seahawks been tripping, man. The 49ers are 6-5. Seahawks are 3-8. The 49ers are favored by 3 points, which makes sense, even though they're on the road. Their main target and their biggest threat of the year by far, Deebo Samuel, he's out. Probably for like a week or two, so that's a huge blow to the 49ers offense. On the other side of the field, we got the Seahawks, man. Other than like Chris Carson, they're pretty much healthy. Russell Wilson is back. Everything is back. It's just, bro, they're 3-8. It's already pretty much to the point where they're not even playing for nothing for real. I don't think they have a legit chance at the playoffs, maybe, but I don't think it's like a serious chance at the playoffs. But although the 49ers, they're favored by 3 on the road, I'm actually going to take the Seahawks to actually win. I'll obviously take the spread +3, but I think the Seahawks will win. They're at home. It's always tough playing in CenturyLink Field, and Russell Wilson, man, he's not going to keep losing. And really the deciding factor with that was the fact that Deebo Samuel is out right now. That's a huge blow to the 49ers offense. So with that injury plus Russell Wilson, you know, looking for a bounce back game, I'm going to take the Seahawks at home. All right. Got 2 more games. I'm going into Sunday night football, man. It seems like every year we get a Broncos-Chiefs Sunday night, and I don't know why. The Broncos are not an entertaining football team to watch. No disrespect at all to any Broncos fans, but to me personally, I do not like watching the Broncos. But they're solid. They're 6-5, and the Chiefs are 7-4. The Chiefs are favored by 9.5 points. It's very interesting because the Chiefs have definitely turned the page and they got back on the right track after kind of like a slow start. And you know, their offense wasn't looking like their offense for a while, but they're back and they're more dangerous than ever right now. 10 points against a division rival. That's always pretty steep. What's going to come down to it is how the Chiefs defense does against the Broncos offense. I don't know. Let me see. Is Teddy Bridgewater hurt, or I don't know who's starting? Okay, Teddy Bridgewater should be. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is starting. Melvin Gordon is out right now, but they have Javonte Williams, so they won't be missing Gordon that much. But Chiefs by 10. It's kind of hard betting against the Chiefs, especially at home, primetime game in Arrowhead Stadium. The Broncos are not like a crazy team on offense. They probably had like a couple games or like 1 or 2 games where they like shown their potential. I do think they have great potential with their offense in the near future if they get like a solid quarterback. But at home, bro, Sunday night football. All eyes is watching. Everybody watching. I gotta take the Chiefs, man. Chiefs by 9.5. I'm not like super thrilled with that pick, but I think it might be a little comfortable. I'm just not. It's not like a super lock. All right, and last but not least, man. Monday night we got the Patriots at the Bills, man. This is gonna be a good ass game, man. Buffalo at home favored by 2.5. So like I told y'all before, the home team gets 3 points. So pretty much the odds makers think it's an even game, and I think that's about right. The Bills, they're another one of those teams. They're 7-4, but like they lost to my Colts, like we killed them, and we're a good team. Don't get me wrong, but for us to go into Buffalo and beat them that bad, like they kind of show the inconsistency. And then it's also huge that the Bills just lost Tre'Davious White, by far their best corner, one of the best corners in the league. He's out for the year, I believe. I don't know if it's a torn ACL or something like that, but he's out for a year. So that's a huge loss to their secondary. But on the bright things for the Bills, the Patriots have been doing great stuff on offense. Don't get me wrong, but the wide receivers themselves are not. They don't have like a stud wide receiver. They just they have good, you know, all around solid guys, and it's been working for them. It's been working for the Belichick system. So I could easily see the Patriots winning. I could see the Bills winning. It depends, man. It depends. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Let me think. Patriots, Bills. Part of me want to say the Patriots, man, because they've been playing some good football, man. Their defense is legit. Matt Jones is legit. Belichick, it just seems like he's on a mission. You know, ever since Brady left, you know, he wants to prove everybody, even though he doesn't have to really prove anything to anybody, but it seems like he got like a chip on his shoulder to prove to everybody that, man, he could do this without Brady. And we're starting to see, like, the Patriots are legit contenders. Like, people might not want to admit that because their roster isn't sexy. They don't have like superstar players. Like on defense side of the ball, they got some superstar players, but like on the offensive side of the ball, they don't have like a Devontae Adams or a Christian McCaffrey. Like, it's not sexy, but it works. Bill Belichick is a great coach, and it works for them. So it's like, it's tough, but I'm gonna go with the Patriots. According to the spread, it'll be an upset pick, so I'm gonna go upset, mainly because, like I said, I feel like it's gonna be a close, even game. But at the end of the day, I always have like a couple rules if I'm betting or who I'm betting with. It's just certain coaches and certain players. I tend to try to stay away from betting against, if that makes sense. I don't like to bet against Bill Belichick. When the Patriots are looking good against another good team, I don't tend to like to bet against Bill Belichick, Nick Saban. This is a little off topic, but I actually thought Alabama was going to beat Georgia today. It goes to show y'all when I'm recording it. The game already happened, but anyway, everybody's talking about Georgia. Like, yes, they're a great team, but Nick Saban, bro, Alabama, their playoff hopes is on the line. Yeah, Alabama all day. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm gonna go with the Patriots mainly due to the fact that I trust their defense a lot more than the Bills' defense, and I trust the head coach. And at the end of the day, Sean McDermott, he's a good head coach. He's a great head coach actually, but he goofs up sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. He trips up sometimes. He makes some bonehead decisions. Josh Allen can make some bonehead decisions as well when he tries to extend the play. So yeah, I got the Patriots winning that, man. And that's all the games for you guys today, for this week. So what week is it? Week 13, man. We getting close to the playoffs, man. We almost there. I think it's like 6 more weeks, but like 5 more games for most teams. So we almost there, man. So that's my predictions for the week. I'm gonna try to kick out some more videos for y'all and drop them back to back. But now that I'm back on this channel, man, I'm trying to be more consistent, and I'm trying to get the right content out for you guys. I don't want to just put out anything. This is a last minute little video right here, but it's still providing some good content for you guys. I'm gonna try to get it out earlier for you guys in the future, going forward. But yeah, man, that's my predictions for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It'll mean a lot for me if you guys can subscribe and like, comment, share it to your friends. Just turn me up, man. I'm a small YouTuber trying to grow on this platform, and I appreciate any and every help and support that I get along the way. I know my editing is not going to be as fancy as some of these other YouTubers. Like I said, I'm still new to this. I'm not a great editor, so honestly, y'all for a while until I start to grow, y'all gonna get raw footage, and I feel like that's the best way. Honestly, like y'all, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm not editing out nothing. Y'all getting the raw footage. I'm gonna do my videos in one take, literally. So if I cough, y'all gonna hear my cough. If I sneeze, y'all gonna see my sneeze. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to my video. Give me some feedback too. Comment down below what I could do, what y'all want me to do, and we're gonna get this thing popping. But appreciate y'all tuning in to the Big K Sports Talk, and we'll be back. Peace.